So can you tell us a little bit about how you got started in music?
Shit, I really got started like early, kind of in music. I would say early, but like recording probably around like freshman year, high school, around then, pretty much. I don't know. I started like recording with my homies, skipping school and shit. That shit was just the thing to do.
And when was the point where you started taking it seriously?
I ain't started taking music serious until like very, I would say recent, but it's not recent. I ain't started taking music serious till like 2014. And that was like, you feel me, like me like actually like dropping music videos and like being on the internet as a person. Like, you know what I mean?
Is there something that happened or like a certain song that you had that made you take it seriously? Or
Nah, it wasn't like a certain song. You know what I mean? I'm not really somebody that's like, I don't know, like kind of like focus on like numbers or popularity or something of like that. You know what I mean? I just keep going. So it wasn't like a certain song, but more so about the fact that people were just starting to actually pick up on my music, and I was just like, all right, I gotta just like keep going.
and coming up in New York, it's kind of like most of the artists I talk to say it's got a little clickiness to it, and just like people just kind of be choosy who they fuck with. So, do you have any advice or like how did you deal with that coming up? And then now it's like people can't deny that you somebody everybody got to pay attention to.
I ain't pay attention to it. It's like, I don't know. Like, I'm from New York, but it was like, you feel me? The fact that I was coming from like a transition of coming back from out of state type shit, people were like, they try to act as if like they don't see you or notice what you're doing. So that's the funny part about it. So it's like, I just use that to my advantage. The fact that people sat there and like, you know what I'm saying, kind of like overlooked me, I was just able to like just handle everything that I needed to handle without no one in the way, no one trying to roadblock, none of that shit. I don't really care about clicks. Like,
What motivates you to stay focused?
I got a mom, a dad, a family that don't know what the fuck a stream is, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I got a strong ass like manager that's on top of me too, just to remind me that like this shit is bigger than what we make it seem like on the internet or like whatever, you know what I mean? Like, because we can't really, some people project themselves too much or some people don't project themselves enough because like how secure or like how like, you know what I mean, like protected they are over their like life. So
you take it as work, like you always treat it as work.
yeah.
Some people get lost in the fun parts.
Nah, it's not even fun for me. I'll be clipping this shit early. That ass. Nah.
Damn. So as far as your creative process, like where do you get your ideas for music? Do you just go to the studio and vibe, or?
I mean, this next upcoming project was like all done in the crib. It's like my first project ever, like doing it like in the house. You know what I mean? Like, but like before this, it was just I don't know. Like I really this is like my first year actually getting to be like home too. So it's like the motivation or like, you know what I mean, anything else was really coming from like being on the road, like just having to push this shit, you know what I mean?
And then also, I know you spent some time in Connecticut also. So can you talk about that?
I moved out there when I was like 9, and then dipped back to New York at like 14. Finished high school out here, and then like got into a little bit of trouble and shit. When I came out, I was just like, you know, I need to be somewhere that's like a change of environment, and like it just couldn't be like the same thing. I couldn't go back to the same place and the same shit with the same people. I had to like actually kind of switch up, which was smart because you know what I'm saying. Like it gave me a time to like focus on myself and if I really wanted to do music.
And then, so the past year, we seen you, well, even more than the past year, I know you have a great relationship with Billionaires Boys Club. I know that's when I feel like that's when I saw everybody started paying attention to you, I feel, after that. So can you talk about like how that came about and that relationship?
That shit was random as fuck. It's actually crazy though because it's jokes. Like I had posted this picture in like a pair of ice creams, and like the quoted picture was like, I gotta make sure, like, you feel me? It was just like this long quote, like, I fuck with this brand so much, da da da, whatever. I'm gonna make sure I work with them. Like, shit, I'll probably be the CEO. And then like 2 months later, my homie put me in connection with somebody that's like in charge of like their whole entire like marketing and shit like that. My homie Ben, and we got up. It wasn't even sure that like they were even gonna fuck with me. We got up and he was just like, like kind of giving me like the feel, like what I mean, like did a couple photos and everything like that. And then he came back to me like a couple weeks later, like, yo, like I want to do the spread with you on ice cream and like just get all your pieces, like everything you have in your closet, everything, like what I mean. And I did that with a couple of my homies, my son Sean Rare and my son Harto. And that shit went like super good. The piece went extremely well, you know what I mean? I started actually getting in contact with a lot of skaters and stuff that was on the team. I saw Andre Beverly, and like it just kind of became more so like a more family thing, like what I mean? Because it's like when I'm like in the city, Ben makes sure like, all right, oh, you straight? Do you need any clothes? You need any gear? You need anything? You know what I mean? Like it's like definitely straight, and like he like it's such a great connection to have with the company. Shout out Hillary as well. Hillary is amazing. Like everybody just at the company is just amazing. I ain't even gonna hold you. I fuck with them heavy.
That's fire. But what else has come about the past year that kind of like, in a sense, made you see your impact? So whether it's collabs or just working with certain artists, like,
What's like crazy about it is like the impact. The impact you make, you'll never like really get to see because like people don't really like give you your flowers, your recognition and shit like that. So I don't like when it come to like some like what I've done and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Nah, I really just try to like just keep going. Like that's my whole thing right now. Keep going. Like that's just it.
and you're super humble. So do you think about being humble, or is that just how you are? Like, do you think like when you talk to people, like try to go out of your way to make them comfortable because they might be nervous talking to you, or?
I mean, I'm big as hell. So yeah, I know like people be like a little intimidated and shit, but like music made me such like a better person. You know what I mean? This is like the one thing I got to like start fresh with in life and like make better relations and like meet people and like actually make a better impression and not be like like not get judged on where you from or whatever. It's like really just judged on like what you could bring to the table as a talent or like as an artist. So I'm just like blessed for that. To be honest, that's really what it is.
That's fire. It's like you don't get lost in it.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And so I know I saw you at BBC yesterday, and you have like your friends with you and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So how have your friends played a role? Like, how do you feel those relationships have helped you?
Super good. I think everybody needs to like, as like artists, creatives. I think that's like really really important. Like, I don't like when you see me, you won't see me with a rapper. Like, you won't see me with a rapper friend. You won't see me with a rapper nigga from Instagram. You won't see me not.
Yeah.
All my homies, like niggas I know for like decades, more than decades, 7 years, 5 years, like what I mean? It's just like, and we done like music, like I said, this is something that I was able to start fresh with. Like so it's like a lot of people that I do have around me I carried outside it with just life. So it's like other aspects and shit.
Do you have any kind of like dream collabs or like any aspirations specifically with their music?
Not really. No, I just really just want to make good music. I want to make consecutive like hits. That's just it. Like I feel like right now at this point in my career, like that's like the most proven point I have right now is like outside of like the hype and like you know what I'm saying, like the samples and everything else is like actually giving people like an actual hit, like not just like this. You know what I mean? Like music is so fast now that it's just like when it comes down to like making shit, some people are really just trying to be as consecutive as the other, or trying to like really just do something better than the other, not really just focus on like giving something to the people that's good.
Yeah. Can you tell us about the project you have coming out?
My next project coming out is called 3500. It's a crazy ass project, to be honest with you. Produced by Fear Dorian, Hanzo, my homie Tonto. It's a lot of producers on there, a lot of good homies that I was able to get like sample clearance from. My homie Vegan, Ghost Orchard. Shout out Alex G for the Allendale Drive sample. It's just like I'm just happy that I'm able to like actually work in a different like sound or like work in a different like genre of artists and like you know what I mean actually be respected for the people that I respect in their art too as well.
And do you have other like any other music coming out besides the project or anything?
Shit, I got me and my homie A.O. Lee. Shout out my homie A.O. Lee. He from Milwaukee. The Milwaukee scene going crazy right now, but my homie A.O. Lee, me and him, we got a track coming out called Ricky Eats Acid. That's like so anticipated, but that's just about to go down. I've been really like, I'm not like putting dates on anything and nothing like that because I'm like really hush hush about everything.
Is there a reason that you do that? Is it like you don't want it to get ruined by outside?
I mean, it's really more so for the fact of, you know, no expectation. That's just it.
And do you have any advice for other artists coming up?
Be yourself. Nah,
For real though.
nah, I feel like, but like even with that, I would have been like vague. My advice to artists is like to really like don't get lost in none of this shit because it don't really matter when you go home. Like your mother, your parents ain't gonna know nothing about this shit. Like for real, for real. So keep this shit on the eye and make sure that when you doing this shit, you doing it for a righteous cause. No bullshit.
That's fire. And then last, can we just get a drop? So just say your name and I'm here with your plug's favorite and you could plug whatever you want.
All right, so this. Hey, wait, fuck. I hate this. Is like the worst part. When this happened, I always forget the like line of what it says. So to be like, hey, what up? It's Polo Perks. I'm here with your plug's favorite. Shout out everybody out here at the Brick House. This shit is fire.
Perfect. And can you do one more and then just like say, your album at 35?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, plug it a little bit and that's it.
Hey, it's Lil Polo T. I'm here with your plug's favorite. Make sure y'all go check 3500 coming very soon. Ricky Acid coming very soon. No bullshit.
Perfect. Thank you.
No problem.
I pressed this, right? I always forget. This one, right? All right.